Hello again and welcome guys, thanks for joining me. Hey, you caught me in the bathroom again. Hey, in an earlier video what I did was I showed you guys how to prepare a tub or a shower for tile, some of the tips on how to do that properly. Well, today we're going to be tiling the shower. Now this tub we're going to actually use a subway tile, and what you can see right here is we already did the bull nose on the sides. And then what you can see is we did the first course all the way around the bottom. Now the reason we did that is because if we would take off right away and start building this back wall, which you always do first, you always want to build the back wall first. If we would have done that, then what you're doing is you're dealing with these spacers at the bottom, kind of shimming them, working them to keep everything up and keep it from sagging. So that's why we put this bottom course in first, let it sit overnight. Now these are actually in there tight, and we'll be able to run this whole back course up, and they'll be sitting on top of this already secured tile. Now some people might ask, why do you do the back first? I'm not sure exactly why, I just know you're supposed to, and here's the reason why I think. Because if you're gonna do the back tile here first and work it all the way up nice tight to the wall, it can be a little bit forgiving right here. You don't need to be perfectly tight in the corner, because when you do the sides, this piece is actually going to butt right into that. So you're going to want to make sure that the side pieces are a little bit more accurate than what these back pieces are. Now what we did decide to do with this tub is we're going to actually run this subway tile up somewhere in the middle of this window. Also what you can see is this line right here. This is a perfect center line from each side of the wall. And the reason you do that is with these subway tiles, what we decided to do is take the exact center point of one of these tiles and make that go right on this center line that I have drawn in here. So then what's going to happen, we're going to go with a brick pattern. So then the next one, edge of the tile, will start where the line is and then work it alternately up the wall. Okay, so it's time to get started. Don't be intimidated by this mortar process. It's really not that big of a deal. It's kind of a pain. It is messy, but it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. Okay guys, so setting the tile went pretty good. Brendan and I finished up yesterday setting the tile, and today I came here and I grouted. The grouting process is not that difficult. I'll just quickly explain it. This is the type grout we used. It's a pre-mixed grout already, and this is just a rubber float. Basically all you do is you get some of that on. It's not pretty, and you just work it up and down, sideways, all over the place into the grooves right there, and then wipe it off. Make sure you have a bucket with a couple sponges, and I probably did about half of this wall, and then I sponged it off. But make sure you sponge as you go, just so it doesn't dry on there, and it's a lot more difficult to get off. Because this grout looks so nice, we decided to do where the tub meets the tile. Actually, there was a little space there, but we did use this grout in there as well. A lot of people will caulk that real good, which is it's probably a little better than using the grout, but we know that this shower and tub isn't going to get used all that much. It looked really nice with that grout in the bottom groove. Now with the caulk, where we did use it, is we did use it along this edge right here where the tile meets the wall. Anyway guys, all I can say is don't be afraid to try a tile job like this. It's not that difficult once you get rolling. It can be a little bit messy if you don't do it all the time, but a mess can be cleaned up. So anyway, give it a shot if you have it planned, and thanks again for joining me, and we will catch you next time.